It's so hot in this room, yeah. There is no way I could stream like this. I'll turn it off for the stuff.
Undefeated.
Snap. What the hell?
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to Monday Night Smoke, man. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. There's over 100 of us in here right now. Every single one of you, please hit that like button right this second.
All right, let me just say quickly, a real quick thing. If man them think I already told you, I'm not talking about that. I've already said it, fam. So it is what it is. I know us lot. I know Mike. I know this community is a different community. I've addressed it. It's done. Yeah, you don't know what my energy is. Not talking about my man again. It's that simple. That's where it is. That's where it lays. So let's talk boxing. But yeah. Hey, I had to just get that out of the way.
That came in with the top.
No, because I know I can see them in the chat like raw. Nah, if I say I'm not doing something, it's done in it.
I hear it.
Yeah, bro.
Cool. Yeah, man. Shouts out. Let me just before we even start, man. I see. Let me just address this one as well. Mulla said, "Congrats on a new bundle of joy to Travis and the wife." Thank you, bro. Yeah, man. Had my son last week. It's been a week. It's been a week, bro. The sleepless thing is very real. Oh my days, it's very real, bro. But yeah, man. Everybody's good. Mama, baby,
big up
okay.
to you, new dad in that. New dad again. Again.
Dad, bro, I've unified fatherhood, fam. That's another one added to the
man's unified the fatherhood division.
I've unified the fatherhood division. I've got all three straps. You know, it's old school era. Yeah, I mean, there's only 3 sanctioned belts, fam. So all right, let's get to the stuff though, bro. Let's get to the stuff. Let's shout.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you taking that away. I was gonna do raw Travis and Dad. Like I was gonna kind of do that, but
well, you didn't do it.
Taking the moment.
Mulla got there, bro. He got there first, fam.
Mulla move, man. Man, trying to take away my best man activities, fam. Move, man.
Let me shout out everyone in the chat. Prod by Palmerius. Haven't seen that name before. Big up yourself, Skyliner, the editor, Jack North, Ashley Williams, Tony Marshall, Toby Akinola, Kahinde, man like Focus. What we get there? Viber D in it, bruv. ERF Boxing, Ashley Williams, Jay Greens, October Red, JD05, Daniel J. Boateng, Mulla, Raj in the chat, Baracus, James Douglas, Vibes F, Jonah 3-1, and just in my perspective, James Douglas, Jan Down, and a bunch of others, man. Pick up everybody in the chat right now.
No, not a bunch of others. Did you shout out Base?
No, I can't get through all the names, bro. I'm doing it by the order of names.
Are you not going to
shout out Base anyway, fam?
What?
No, shout out Base anyway, fam. You know,
hey, Base said something. We said Base said we didn't do the sponsor. I think he.
Undefeated.
Shout out to Devin London Sports, man.
London Sports every single time, man. That don't even need to be said, but we'll say it anyway. All right, but let's talk, bro, because I seen some stuff, man. Fabio Wardley and David Adeleye were at they were at the same press conference last week, bro.
It was mad still.
And I'll be real, yeah. From the video clip, as I've seen it, I understand it, right? I've been talking to Base earlier today, and we were going back and forth, and I'm looking at that thinking, I'm confused because who is that person that punched at Fabio Wardley down, fam?
It's not there. It's the brethren.
It's the friend. But what I'm saying is that person a fighter or are they a regular common man? Because that shouldn't, like, I understand entourage beef, but it's rare that we see the entourage lay someone down like that.
Being that
I'm
good,
like,
being that great.
yeah. Bro,
because I want that guy to fight. I want him to fight. I want him to be in the lineup, fam.
Bro, that's a good grudge fight. That's a good grudge match.
Is it a sucker punch thing? Because you gone.
Well, the thing is, the video I saw, it looked like he was walking straight to him. You understand? He was walking straight at him. So I don't know if it's a sucker punch, if it's like when we've made eye contact and we're walking to each other to scrap. That's not a sucker punch in my understanding.
Punches you don't see though. It's the punches you don't see. No, but the sucker punch.
This is what I'm saying though. If you're fighting someone else, yeah, if you're giving you and my man are squaring up, and I come from the side on some boom, that's a sucker punch as I understand it. If we're squared up and I'm walking towards you on smoke and you hit me and I go down,
and it's already getting off.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's a good question.
I do not know.
Well, the killer is he should be on the undercard, but what's crazy about this thing is now that Fabio Woodley one is special.
Yeah,
I like care that. Now.
Thing is, for me, yeah, I just believe Fabio Woodley beats him, but I want to see it now.
Yeah. That's the thing with these kind of what you call it. You see that and you say, "Let's go." This that was. Because wait, I know Base was there in it.
Base was there, bro.
Base. We need to hear from Base immediately. I need
Base. Base, if you're about, bro.
Yeah, Base, please. You know what to do. Because we just need to get like I was waiting for, the Monday Night Smoke community.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Yeah, that's why I'm like, bro. Like I don't know, because things I like Woodley. So for me, it's not a thing where I'd look for a reason to get out Woodley. Like I'm looking, thinking, I'm trying to understand. Who's my man that did that to you? Because I rate you. If someone, bro, if an unidentified individual punched AJ and laid him down, I'd be like, yo.
Yeah.
That person's got an above average punch there as a normal man.
It's a serious one. So, and just to move again, so right now, you're saying still Woodley, he's mashing that work?
Yeah, but Adelaide's been a good bad guy though. Because he's pulling up on everybody, bro. He's pulling up like, listen, if you man ain't gonna give me attention over there on TNT Sports, I'm gonna walk up to you man's presser and be on smoke with whoever's close, whoever's closest.
There we go. Yeah, we want the tea, fam.
Come on, Base, talk to me, bro.
You man sure I ain't ruining the show, no?
No, run it. Nah. Hey, oh, that's hilarious.
I saw you say something mad online. I was gonna address it, but I've been getting from my own things.
Fair enough.
Bro, you're not leaving the show, no matter what. That was wild. I saw that. I said, I can't even do it. This thing today, fam.
That's all good. It's all good.
Cool.
So yeah, so which part do you want to talk about?
I'm trying to understand the clarity on that punch, bro.
Okay, so here's how I've seen it. Let me tell you how I've seen it from obviously my view and then the video footage I got after. So I've heard the commotion. I'm doing the interview with Raven Chapman. You can see in the video like we both turned heads and I've spun the camera around and you see like the little barricade thing and the rope on the floor, like it's been knocked over. So then someone pushes back Fabio. And then he runs around the side, and as he's gone around the side of it, you can see his leg one is back leg on one of the little rope things, and he's gone to jump over the top, and someone is shaking it on the other side, and as they're shaking it, he's tripped, and as he's tripped, the guy swung the shot at him, and I don't know where it lands. It doesn't hit him in the face, because if you see the way he's dropping. He's dropping before the punch is even connecting. Like he's already on his way down. If he got hit and then dropped as a result of that, he would have stumbled forward first.
This is a good case. This is a good response. But I don't know if that checks out, bro. I've watched that back a few times, and I'm telling you.
Did you watch the other video that I sent you though? The second one, not the one in the other, the one I sent you to your personal. I said to look at his feet as he jumps off the ground. You can see the thing wobble behind him as he's falling forward. So don't get me wrong, like the punch landed, but it didn't land in the face. Like the punch, he was already on his way down. So the guy took credit for a shot that he didn't quite initiate. Is basically the story.
You imagine what his group chat is looking like. You pull up to the group chat and you just officially punched over Woodley, bro.
Yeah. I mean, of course, you're going to claim it. 100% you're going to claim
it. Absolutely.
If David don't get the work done, yeah, the way his brethren's going to be looking at him like, bro, I did my thing.
Even I could punch you.
His brethren will be like, boy, I drew blood. What did you do? But remember, he still caught him with the elbow in the first instance, that first stanza. Because remember, it was a 2-phase attack. That was the first phase, was the elbow and the scratch.
That's right.
And then Fabio's looked like, what's this? He doesn't even know what's going on with that guy. He's still focused on David. So even when he's running, as you could say, like you think like, oh, he's running towards this guy, but when you see like the way how the angles are, his direction, his eyesight is still pointed at David. He's thinking about David. He don't know who this brother is. So as that's how this brother's able to back up and catch him unawares, because he's not thinking about him.
What's your thoughts on David? I'm just going to quickly ask this last question to Blaze before he gets out of here. What's your thoughts on David, though? Do you think he's doing the right thing for the division? Do you think we need a character like him right now?
The thing is, I feel like ultimately, I just think he's one of those guys that ain't comfortable in spaces he's not familiar in settings that he's not used to. Like you get certain man who's from road or whatever, and they just can't be comfortable in spots that they don't know. That whole time he was on the red carpet, he was moving, he was all over the place. He wouldn't sit still. He wouldn't like talk to the media. He wouldn't stay and take a photo. He was just gone. And then until he gets into the crowd, like close to his peoples or whatnot, he didn't look comfortable the whole time. And then even like in the interview that sparked off that whole thing, like I only saw it earlier on today. He was talking, I think, to pro boxing fans, and he was just talking to the guy, and then he's like, yeah, but you know what, like I'm kind of hype and I want to know why this brother's watching. Like, why is this guy looking at me? He needs to stop looking at me. He's talking obviously as one of Fabio's people, that's the way it all starts from. But it's like, okay, if a guy's looking at you, cool. But has he moved to you? Has he called you a pussy? Has he done anything apart from looking your direction? And you're just vexed and up and on edge for no reason.
All right. Well, listen. I don't know. I think sometimes it's good for the heavyweights to be a bit unhinged. Listen, big up for that information, bro. Yeah. Big up. You're not getting any, bro. Don't take the piss. man's putting his contract on the line, fam.
Let me put a question out there. What do you guys think of these like entourage beefs with fighters and their crews and at weigh-ins and stuff? And not even necessarily the entourage, just general disbehavior. Like, does it build? Like, does it build the fight for you? Or do you kind of get like, oh, bro, guys, seriously, like, that's long. What do you think, bro? When madness like this happens?
No, so there's different versions in it. When, what's his name does it? Tyson Fury's dad does it. I just find it funny. Shirts off, what do you call it? And he's almost his own entourage in a sense of, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He backs a shot.
I do believe the entourage thing lifts it a bit. Like, would the first AJ fight, had them man not done the whole ring thing, would it still be?
All right, you know what? Let's open the lines. Let's have this convo.
Yeah,
we've got Jack.
Go on, sorry, my bad. Go on.
Jack, what's going on, bro?
I'm good. Just to answer your question on that one, like, is it a good thing? I think it is. Like, this is if this fight happens in the next fight or like 8 months down the line, this is going to be played back with a massive scuffle. Everyone's going to hear about it from this. Like, this is already like got what? The one video I saw has got like 50k views already. This is a domestic fight, so that's big. Like, that's quite big.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, because it's added to it. Because I wasn't even thinking about these two, literally at all, fam. Because I didn't
even know one of them was on the undercard of this Fury thing. I didn't even realize he was actually fighting. So this like made me realize, oh, he's actually on the card. He's active, like. So that's again bring him to the headlines.
True, and then let's see, even the Lennox one versus Tyson, that must have charged you. I was
no, but it didn't charge you any more than it needed to. Lennox and Tyson fighting each other, that's as charged as it could get, bro.
You're telling me when they started throwing hands at the presser and
I was guessing. The whole backstage of the backstage, the back page of the I think the Mirror at that time, it just had the big shot from Lennox And they were, yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you
I
mean.
watched an interview with one of Mike Tyson's handlers at the time, and apparently after that, immediately after Mike Tyson asked him, like, "Was this make the fight bigger?" So even Mike knew that, like, he was like, even he knew, like, I've got to do something. So,
That's
yeah,
hilarious.
it's always been in the game. It's always going to be in the game. Like, so I like it. But yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, when was the last time anyone was interested in a British title fight at heavyweight? It was White AJ. That was the last time people cared.
Yeah.
So the fact he's hyping it up is good for the sport, domestically at least.
You're right, you know, and I think hopefully we see, because it's interesting to see what Fabio does next. Does he do the call out of my man again? You know, he was trying to see my guy Frazier.
Oh, to be fair, I don't think anybody's gonna bother calling that Frazier now. You know, I think the energy around his name is like, bro, no matter what happens, you're not getting that fight with him. They're not going to let him fight.
If Fabio wins in the card for Fury and Ngannou and he doesn't call out Adelaide, you know Adelaide is going to be cussing him like big. Bro. He's gonna, yeah, so he has to call him out. I think I have to fight after that.
I think, you know, with Fraser Clark's in a mad situation right now. You know, he's backed into a corner to the point where now it's like, if you do not fight somebody of note, yeah, that you've been going back and forth with, people do not care now, bro. Like, Ben Shalom has made it so that Fraser Clark's name does look bad right now.
The thing is, Fraser Clark.
What? Because of the last fight,
because he keeps pulling him out of the purse bids, bro. Them men were talking up that fight with Ward. Them men said, "Yeah, let's go to purse bids." They said, "Cancel the purse bids."
Shalom moves like a crackhead at a bus stop, but Fraser Clark, he's good enough to beat you. He's not a big draw, and like it's a risk you don't need to take domestically. Like, so Ben Shalom's got to throw him to someone like a big name, like in the top 15, and he's gonna lose. So like.
Yeah, I think so.
You don't think he could raise his game? You don't think it's the fighters that he's going against, and that's why he's like, if he gets something that to get up for it, we'll see a difference from him.
I don't think so. I think his level's European, but even then, like, he's got to traverse it, and how many European level heavyweights do we really know the names of? So he's gonna have boring performances against no names. He's gonna be on boxer shows which don't do well. So he's going to be that forgotten domestic heavyweight while Adelaide and Wardley fight each other.
What's mad is that it's just I still got this stuck in my head is that you just said he's like a crackhead at a bus stop, and you just continued going with your statement. It was so effortless. It was so effortless.
It's true though. Like, he's so erratic. Like, oh, you got a cigarette, got a lighter. Nah, man, fuck off. Like,
you're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
Anyway, right, other than the Adelaide situation.
Oh my days. That's hilarious.
Talk about another crackhead. Tyson Fury, absolute waste, man. We're not talking about him anymore. Not talking about absolute waste.
You can say a little thing on Tyson Fury, what you just saw at the
absolute prick. The fact he said that he's not going to fight anyone else in this era. He's not fighting AJ, not fighting Usyk, not fighting any contenders. He's a prick.
People saying that they watched the documentary. I haven't seen it. I can't even put myself up to watch that. Yeah, but he says that he does erratic things at home. Yeah, so at home with Furies, he's like, "Yeah, I'll go shop." No, I'm not getting shop. I'm not gonna see. He does this. Like, I think they're saying that this is who he is in the house. I don't know if anyone's seen it that can confirm that he's even erratic at home and saying that he's gonna do stuff he's not doing.
There's a clip that someone sent me here from that at home with the Furies thing. And they would there's a clip of George Warren's on the phone, like, just give us until later tonight, mate, and we can get the fight with AJ done. We can get it done. He's like, nope, not having it. It's going to be done when I say 3. And he's running on the treadmill. He's like, 3, 2, 1. Too late. I'm looking at this guy, I'm thinking, so...
He literally said it's a joke to mess with people. Like, he didn't want it. Like, it's
everybody
ridiculous.
around you wants that fight. Them man must be so fed up of him, you know?
Joe's wild. I recently looked at the rankings of WBC. Top 3, I think, Wilder, which is ridiculous. Andy Ruiz, stupid. AJ, which is not really like fought for WBC in ages. And below that, it's like Aslan Bakhmetmedov, Martin Bakole, big names that if you don't fight, no one's going to take you legit. Who's he fighting? A guy who's never had a pro fight in his life. It's stupid. And like, he talks about this like, oh, I'm the best heavyweight of all time. He is ridiculous. He's had 3 title defenses, if that, against mediocre opposition, and he's saying he's better than Ali, Holyfield, or Lennox Lewis. It's ridiculous. And the fact that he's some of these like about like for some of these dickhead fans, I was about to use a really bad shit word then. Some of these dickhead fans are just like, oh, he actually is though. He could beat all these guys. It doesn't matter. Like at this point, Joe Frazier's has got a better legacy than he does, and he probably would beat Joe Frazier. But it doesn't mean shit if you don't fight the guys. It's all hearsay.
Listen, Fury wins all the hypothetical matchups that happen online. That's it. There is no arguing. It's just, oh, imagine what Fury do. Oh, imagine what Fury do. Everybody does something in the ring. Oh, let's imagine what Fury would have done. It's just like, bro, that's all we're ever going to have to do.
People say that.
Not going to.
People say like, oh, he's this, he's that, he's that. Deontay Wilder, let's face it, a shit technical boxer, laid him out a few times. Imagine what Lennox Lewis would do to him. It's like you don't think about it. Like a man who could like dismantle you technically and crack you. Like it's ridiculous. When people are like, he'd beat him. Doesn't even give it a second thought. It's so stupid. But anyway, I'm just talking about him.
No, like, listen, you smashed it. Go on. Have you got a final point?
Not about Fury, but do you hear about Inoue? Reported for December, undisputed fight his new division. Already happened. Within 6 months, you'll be undisputed.
Anyway, the rise.
That's the two polar opposites of boxing. One who's chasing legacy to be a generational great, a dickhead waste man who's fighting MMA, a former champion. Like now, I used to be a massive Fury fan, and I used to be when he came back. I was like, oh, Fury, like that's the mental health story, all that you can relate to him. I actually disliked him sooner than everyone else. I disliked him after the first Wilder fight because he just spouted shit about, oh, I'll beat Wilder in the rematch. AJ's next. Fought Tom Schwartz. I was like, okay, that's what give me fight warmer. Fought at Wallin, looked shit in that. I was just like, you ain't all this and you ain't making the fights. So, and then he announced on his Twitter, like, oh yeah, AJ fight signed and sealed. Next day, the court arbitration for Wilder. It's bullshit, man. Like the fact that people still support him is ridiculous.
Do you know? And there's another one that I don't know if I just want to quickly hear your thoughts on because I got really excited over the weekend when we heard that Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin was gonna. Brother.
Oh man, Shakur's going to run that division. I think other people. I think Devin Haney's obviously going with Regis Prograis, which is obviously a good name to have on your CV. Fair enough, but like I think Shakur. I think he like name the top 135. I think Javante. That was like a toss up in case he catches him. But I'd favour Shakur. Ryan Garcia ain't going back to 135. Loma at this point's too old. Name of the top like 135. Kambosos. Fuck no. Yeah, I think
bro. Hey Jack. I ain't gonna lie.
That's an MVP. That's an MVP.
Hall of Fame called that today, bro. Big up, man. We'll speak to you soon. Let's go, man. What are you thinking, though? Do you think it's a duck team? Do you think? Who? Do you think it's the?
Frank Martin and Shakur.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do. I really do. I mean, there's no way. I don't believe they thought in that camp that they're gonna take Shakur and get that W. No way. But at the same time, it's like there's going to have to be some concessions when it comes to the negotiations. Like when it comes to like taking the lesser fee, some of the demands on someone like a Haney, for example, that Haney needs to take a lower fee. Where it's like, yo, when you have the belt, you're not supposed to be the one that people push to take the pay cut to make a fight happen. Do you know what I mean? As I understand it, he would have had that fight with Haney, but just didn't want to take that cut. So
no, but then I don't know. Didn't see anyway. Let's see what George is saying. George, what's your take on this, bro?
Take on what, sorry?
What's your take on just everything that's going on with Haney, Shakur, Frank Martin?
I don't know. Like for me, I feel like it's a promotion thing. Like I just feel like over here right now, because obviously we're based in the UK. Well, I'm not based in the UK, but I follow mostly British boxing. I just don't know a lot about these guys. I think obviously to build their profile, they'll have to fight each other eventually. That's fair. That's fair.
I need Trey. Wait, Trey's saying that he's got the information.
Yeah,
Trey,
call in, bro. Please.
We'd love to. I want to help us understand because
if we're wrong, correct us, bro. If we're wrong, correct us.
And it's gone. And I did, there is that thing though that when people saying that Haney offered a bullshit offer because he knew this was what it was going to be. Yeah, are you with me? So if you've got something, pull up. We want to hear from you. Anyway, bro, the things that you wanted to speak about, go ahead. The floor's yours.
Yeah, I actually wanted to speak about this. Obviously, last time we spoke, we were saying there's Deontay Wilder next for AJ. like all of a sudden, what's happened there? Like it's like there was talking about like a power shift in Saudi. Now apparently the promotion that's pushing Furies, they're the ones who now kind of have the bag. But what I wanted to actually talk about is like why all of a sudden is these fights determined by whether Saudi or not are going to give them money? I don't understand. Big fight.
Well, we heard
Big fights used to happen in Vegas, right? Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like these big fights used to happen anyways. Why is everyone waiting for that Saudi bag? Isn't it eventually gonna get to a stage where they're not gonna potentially drop that bag for every? Because not everyone's gonna get that.
Do you know what I
There's
think?
a handful of.
It's an interesting one because you'd think that AJ Wilder would be the one that gets the bag because of the excitement. It's going to be a big tell, but something weird is at play here because I'm like you say,
yeah, exactly.
That would be a massive money fight. The problem is politics get back involved when you start doing that because then what network does it go on? AJ's not going to fight anywhere other than DAZN. Wilder and his backers, like, you know, they're not going to allow Wilder to come over to this side of the street. And it gets messy. Whereas if the money's guaranteed over there, everybody's getting what they want, as opposed to you're the one getting the money and I'm going to be just paid out of it. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear you. But what happened to, remember, like, I don't know, like the big fights in Vegas? What happened to Vegas fight nights and things like that?
Do you think people care about watching while in Vegas? Do you think there's the appetite for, because Wilder,
they still respect Wilder out there.
They respect him, but Fury did take a lot of them American fans. And AJ hasn't ingratiated himself to America. So do they care the same way we would care about it yet?
I think, yeah, even Eddie and even other fight promoters have said it, yeah. Look at the business model of UFC, for example. They can put on like a mid-range fight in Vegas. It sells out. People want to see these things, you know. I'm just getting a bit frustrated with this Saudi bag and everyone's waiting for Saudi. Even the soccer players, everyone's waiting for Saudi. Like, it's getting a bit long now, you know what I mean? We just want to see some decent fights.
I saw LeBron James in Saudi just out here visiting. I was just like, don't ruin the Lakers, bro.
What is going on? Like, we need to... do you reckon the Saudi hype will blow over eventually, or is it just that's it? It is what it is now.
But then let's look at it another way, right? You see how there's a lot of issues with different boxing platforms money-wise. Like now that people are starting to really, you know, things are getting tighter for everybody financially across the world. Everybody's watching where the pennies are going. So before, it was easy to just throw big money at a fight. Nowadays, they're thinking, look, if this thing ain't bringing back the money, we're not throwing the money up. It's just not going to happen anymore. So if that's happening, does that say that Vegas was really the money spot in boxing?
But this
because
is
if the money wasn't real, if the figures ain't real and it doesn't really add up, that's would make sense why everybody's waiting for Saudi to say green light.
But not to get too deep here, but with Vegas, yeah, there's the gambling element there as well. I think that definitely helps because I feel like, obviously not to go too deep into that, but I think that definitely does help. But anyways, linking it to another boxing promoter, do you think Ben Shalom and his promotional program is struggling a bit as well? Like, how long can Sky continue to back him as well? Because I actually think he's on the ropes. Because when you think about who he signed, yeah, Boatsy and a few of the other Okoli, like, what are we seeing?
Until this Boatsy,
I don't know. Like, that's why I'm just saying, like,
if let's say if Boatsy wins, you can say what they've done is good investment, right? If he wins that fight against Dan Aziz, but if Dan Aziz now does what does it, then it's different. Now you're gonna say, well, you're two big investments.
I disagree.
What?
I disagree. If Boatsy wins, yeah, they both lose. Here's why. Because they've built Dan Aziz. They've built Dan Aziz. Like, they've really been involved with Dan Aziz's journey. So to beat, if Boatsy wins, you knock off the work you've done, and then you're now at the mercy of whether or not Boatsy wants to be active or raise his profile or do the things. Whereas Dan Aziz is showing up to things. He's busy. He wants to fight regularly. He wants to build his name. If Dan Aziz builds his name and he gets the pay-per-view, yeah, Dan Aziz is going to be giving people fights every 3-4 months. Boatsy, you can't say that about.
And one thing I read about Dan Aziz, yeah, is respect to the guy, is he sells himself, and for some reason he's connected with the British public more than the other two signees. I don't know if you guys agree. I feel like he's connected a bit more with the, you know, the people who love British boxing, because he's done it through all the ranks, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I agree. I get what you're saying.
Because
it's mad. I want to get back to what Travis's point was. Travis, you said, I honestly feel that they're gonna feel like, well, it's money for my investment. I bought him here to be the best of his division, so I don't understand why it would be a bad one if he was.
When you say money for investment, yeah, doesn't that link to ticket sales, yeah? And you need two to tango in this boxing game, yeah. Coley, he needed CBS to sell out Bournemouth for him, yeah. And obviously, like I'm saying as well, Buatsi, can he sell out? Well, the reason he was selling out under Eddie Hearn was the AJ connection. He's under AJ's camp, and that kind of helped him as well. But Buatsi by himself, unless he's fighting a title holder, can he really hold down that Ben Shalom promotion by himself?
Well, if he, again, as I said, and I hate to do this, so I just want to make sure that you're talking for both sides, innit? I think in this situation, if he beats Dan Aziz, that's another capable suit. That's a really serious opponent. So then by any means, he should start to be, the next thing you should be talking about is a title fight straight away.
Yeah.
It's a title fight or it's yard. It's a title fight or it's yard.
I hear you. But again, like my overarching point was like, what do you lot think of that Ben Shalom promotion? Because obviously these things that we're seeing, like with Wardley and stuff, yeah, obviously we do not want unprofessional behavior, people getting hurt, but you do need to sell yourself, don't you? We do need a bit more. And I just feel like on that Shalom promotion, like who else really is giving us anything?
He's green, man. He's green. I think you got to give my man time to really get mistreated in the division, get mistreated by other promoters, and he'll become on point, but he's still too fresh amongst. He's like a guy that is like swimming in speedos amongst sharks, bro. Like it's mad. Like them man are really. We've seen how Frank Warren gets onto him. Eddie Hearn can't wait to like deal with man. So now it's just one of those things that he just has to really be ready and be in this thing. Like he's just
I hear you. And just the last one before I go, what the Tyson Fury fight, yeah, with Ngannou. I don't know why people are onto him as much as they are. You know, obviously yes, we wanted them. Let me just explain, yeah. We've wanted undisputed, fair enough, yeah. But can you fault him for chasing the bag? No. But let's keep it real, because like you said it, Travis, yeah. How many men are going over to Saudi who potentially have tarnished their legacy to chase that bag? So obviously these guys are throwing once in a lifetime, life-changing opportunities at people, yeah. What's he gonna fight Usyk for when he's gonna get, I don't know, however much more times money than he is? That's just what the world we're living in now, unfortunately.
Fam. You're not gonna convert anybody with that nonsense on this platform, bro.
No, but
I don't even know why you. That's insane.
You know, and you know what, George.
I know, but Travis,
you smashed it because you.
No, sorry, yeah, KG, yeah. Let me just stop it, yeah. Just like one thing, yeah.
I'm gonna listen.
Let's say, like, again, I know, yeah, you lot are gonna eat. Travis is obviously a boxing purist, yeah, but
I didn't say that.
Okay, fair enough. But I'm just gonna say, yeah, when the Live Golf whole debacle happened, yeah, and every man was saying, no, I'm not going. They threw life-changing monies at certain man, yeah. Everybody was holding their ground. What ended up happening again when Liv ended up joining Saudi?
They didn't get the
exactly my point. So what I'm trying to say with Tyson Fury now, everyone's going to be onto him, yeah. But you wait and see, yeah, the type of fights that will come down the pipe, and then we'll still see if everyone's holding the same line. That's all I'm going to say.
All right,
George.
What a take! Yes. Wait, what, George? George's take is interesting, and I need some time to think about that one. Because he's saying it's okay. Wait, let's speak to Trey.
If you're not gonna take boxing seriously, yeah, relinquish the bloody belt. Go over and do your side missions.
That nonsense.
Go do your side missions. I don't care about you getting the bag.
The belt helps me get the bag though, so I need to do it. Trey needs to give us a breakdown of what's going on in America, bro. Trey,
talk to us, bro.
What's good? Can you hear me? I feel like it might feedback. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sounds good, man.
We can hear you. Perfect.
Yeah, man. Big up the undefeated, man. I'm here.
Come on,
respect,
man.
Bro,
what the hell's going on? Who should we be looking at with side-eye? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'll just tell you where I've been at with this. I've been giving Haney side-eye, but then Travis is right in terms of I'm the champion. really and truly, people should be kind of looking for me in a sense. But then it feels like the energy for Shakur Stevenson ain't really there. I don't really understand this Frank Martin situation. The floor's yours.
So I'm gonna start this by saying, yeah, I'm a Shakur fan, and I believe Shakur washes Tank. I'm putting my name on it, and I'll be back here if that fight happens. I think Shakur washes Haney. Yeah, I think he washes them all. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. But if you look at the optics of like how it was all set up, yeah, Bob Arum planned to do the fight on a Thursday night because it was the Grand Prix weekend. So everybody was already looking at it with the side eyes in. Bob Arum would never do a fight like that on a Thursday night. Like, if you look at it, if you're going to review it, that's kind of true. And so the second thing was, actually, before I get into this, do you mind if I just go back to, that Haney conversation, Haney's dad?
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you guys properly looked into that? Because I did my research on that one.
Go on, give it.
I have. So apparently a lot of people saying he was talking about Shakur when...
Yeah, exactly. Because if you listen to the video, he says... If it gets too hot at 30, we're going to go to 40. Devin Haney's never fought at 130. So Devin Haney's dad basically went on a podcast called The Boxing Voice. Shout out to Maestro. Maestro will know them. It's that Danny and all that. But basically, he went on there and was explaining that. He was actually talking about Shakur and the conversations even from 4 years ago. The conversation's not even a recent conversation. It was from like 3-4 years ago anyway.
Okay.
But anyway, if we park that to the side, going back to this Frank Martin thing. So basically, it was announced that Tank's next fight was going to be Pitbull Cruz rematch. That was the talk of like what they were planning to do next with Tank. So obviously, everyone's seeing that like the numbers on the business side. I think what's my man's name? He used to call in all the time. Who fighted and looked out.
Maestro.
Lennox. He'll know. He'll know. So basically, the numbers weren't really muffin. So it looks like now it's going to be Frank Martin against Tank instead. So that's why Frank Martin has pulled out of the Shakur talks because of the whole Thursday thing. Frank's looking at it like, really and truly, the money's not going to be as much as if. Especially
is this the what do you call it? Because F1's going to Vegas, right?
Yes, something about the Grand Prix.
The Thursday thing might make sense because they are. When I was in Vegas, bro, that's all they're thinking about, and it's gonna be a whole. It's gonna be again. F1's bringing a lot of people. There's serious investment there.
Oh, bro. Okay.
Oh, serious. It's beyond serious. So it shouldn't be looked at with side eye almost because, bro, even when I was there, it's all about F1 and what's happened now is the rappers, the celebrities and stuff. They've kind of got into that. NFL players and stuff, they're into that F1 because it's the glamour of it all. So it could make sense to say, you know what? And still, big fight as well. You never know. It might not be just to be thrown away because, again, as I was there, everything was prepping towards F1.
But still, I don't know because a fight on a Thursday, it could be a bit crazy. But anyway, if we park that to the side for now, yeah? And then the next thing, Shakur must have tweeted Frank Martin saying, you're going to make more than you've made in your last 3 fights if you would have just took the fight and we fought on that Thursday. But if you go back, you remember when Devin Haney said the same thing to Shakur? If you take the 25%, which was 8 mil, it was rumoured to make, that would be more than Shakur's last 3 fights. So why is Shakur not following his own advice and saying, oh, yeah, let's fight? And then another thing, Shakur said, that it was old audio, so I'll give him that bail. And again, I'm a Shakur fan. I think he washes them both anyway. But Shakur said, why would we fight now when we can make 20 million down the line, me and Haney? So I don't know. It's all looking a bit suspect.
It's looking a bit nuts.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
You dropped some facts there, bro.
You came in. Wait, Shakur can't be.
Nah, that's what I mean. I don't know if it's Shakur or the Jay Prince and because Frank Martin and Tank are on the same side of the street, that fight will probably be even easier to make anyway.
Yeah.
Because they're both on PBC.
The handlers, when the handlers get involved, man, it's less about what the fighters think they can do in the fight, and it's more about what makes sense. Oh, it's frustrating.
Exactly.
It makes I hear it though.
So I don't know. It's hard. The boxing, some of it's in the mud, but we see some good stuff. But I don't know, man. It's looking shaky.
Well, I'm still looking forward to Joe Joyce getting back in action.
Well, you know what? Yeah, it's a good year for rematches, bruv. Like,
I think the rematches are
Lee Wood, Eubank Jr.,
You're taking
Let-
a piss, isn't it?
What you
Them
think-
man
what you
went
think
back-
Spence Crawford next.
Fam, who knows, bro? Who knows?
Brother, from what I saw, if Errol Spence was ever to turn it around, I would be in a shock of a. What you saying? It's a Eubank situation. There's no
Ben
way.
Jr.
There's
Just go
no
back
way.
in there, masterclass thing.
There's
But I
no
don't
way.
know. I don't know if this is true, but someone said to me, obviously, to take it with a pinch of salt. Someone said he might be leaving Derek, saying that Spence might be leaving Derek. I don't know.
I've seen that talk, yeah. I've seen that talk floating about. We talked about it on the last pod as well, but I
I
don't think
can't
it's
see
happening.
that. Yeah, I can't see that. I can't see that.
They've been together too long, man. I don't think now is the time.
But yo, I'll go. Yeah, I'll let
Big up,
whoever
big
wants
up.
to
Thank
keep
you
on-
so much. Hey, amazing call. Hey, the quality has been. Yeah, these men are on it today still.
these men ain't
I
playing
spoke to
still.
George, let's put HGM was the
HGM
one
fam.
with the microphone sounds, and we'll fight them on the. Oh man, I hope it's
fam.
sorted. I hope it's sorted, man. Let's go. I'm gonna press it right now. I'm nervous though. HGM.
Man said he's nervous, you know.
The sound is sounding now because
Man said he's nervous, man.
bro. I was not, bro. Come on,
So I even had to put my name as the Winston Churchill just in case, though. Yo,
Pele.
nah, I was cheeky, man. But yo, I had to accept it. I watched it back. I said, you know what? I accept it, man. I accept all.
You know,
I accept all
somebody's
responsibility.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta just say, you know,
It happens to the best of us, bro.
Man.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, there's a few things to talk about. Anyway, shout out to Trey. He sounded like it was from Manny, man. So yo, shout out to Trey, man.
I don't even know where Trey was from. Still,
Yeah,
He
man.
came with facts, though. He came with the
Yeah, man,
information, right?
definitely. Something I didn't know, but with that fight, personally, they're both young. They don't need to fight now. Like build that fight. There's so many fights
Thing
there.
is, you know what's bad, yeah? People they look at things one way in boxing today, where it's like, yeah, we'll build that fight, we'll make it happen. But they're not realizing there's pure value in them fighting each other like 2-3 times.
Is there though?
I think so.
Absolutely, fam.
Yo, we live in a microwave society now.
Fam.
That's the
Fury.
That fight is
He
special.
got to
We'll
fight
watch it
Chisora 3 times and it was one-sided, fam. Each one.
Yo,
I'm
and
saying
each one was worse than the last man. So boy.
no, but Devin Haney and Shakur, because they're young, every single time they fight, there's gonna be 3 more years of experience or 2 years where they're gonna learn and come back to each other to right the wrong. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
I just feel like
say.
there's more in it than fighting at 34 years old when it's done. This is the last time this is gonna happen where it makes sense for entertainment.
We need to stop doing this. It's good down the line thing. I'm sick and tired of hearing it. I saw someone post something. I can't remember who it was, but it was definitely one of the great defeaters. There's a picture of Fury.
G-Chain.
G-Chain.
It was hilarious.
And it's so funny because Ortiz had the same face in all of them, fam.
They said the year 2046 or something, and you know AJ Wilder is almost confirmed. Man's in grey hair.
Gray hair. We can't, bro. We need to get to a point where these men can fight each other, even if they have a loss early. Run it back.
No, I'm all about that, man. But I understand the boxing business, and I know that's how it works, man. I think even Haney's dad went to see Teofimo Lopez and his dad before he fought Josh Taylor, and he said like, "Do you want to make the fight?" And he was like, and then Teofimo's dad was like, "Yeah, for 20 million." And I was like, "Yo, you man are mad." So you can see their mindsets. Yeah, let's see this fight later down the line when everyone's at welterweight. I think that's the goal, really. It's the welterweight because it's a very prestigious division anyway. So yeah, you'll make more in that division, I think, rather than now.
The problem is, it's like, because these guys are small, I don't know that all of them are going to come up to welterweight to make it this lively, jam-packed division. I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, Tank he's small as a, like, do you know what I mean? As a fighter, he's 5'6". I don't think he can carry up to 147 and still be the same explosive Tank. It's just my opinion. I don't want other fighters to be crippled by the weight.
Tank won't. Maybe the odd fight, but I'm thinking more Ryan Garcia, Teofimo, Shakur could probably get to 147, and Haney. Then you've got Conor Ben. You've got there's a few, man. You've got Boots Ennis. You've got the kid who keeps on not making weight. I forgot his name. Now. Oh, there's a kid who keeps on not making weight anyway. But yeah, it's a start division. It's they wait it out. But yeah, just moving on.
I want to moving on. Yeah, quickly. Just your thoughts on Fury. George came in here and said, "Listen, man, respect someone getting the bag. He's tried what he needs to do, but he can't turn down this big Saudi money. That's why we shouldn't really be looking at him for Virgil Ortiz." Is what they're saying in the chat.
Yeah, Virgil Ortiz. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, go on. So your
with the Fury thing, I'm off Fury, but with that, I'm not gonna lie, that is life-changing money, and I know why Fury doesn't want to take the fight. This is just me hypothetically thinking. One, he believes Usyk's a big fight, and Usyk's matchup for him's all wrong. Yeah, especially at this time of his age. Number two, I believe Fury, as paranoid as he is, he believes Usyk's got the political backing against him in the fight. So if it was a close fight, they give it Usyk for the fact of the whole political atmosphere at this current time. We've seen it in the fight with Dubois, with when I think my man said some speech at the beginning. I think Fury.
Yeah, but that was it. But that was in Poland, though. That's you know what I mean. That's like, bro, this is their side, fam.
I hear you, but it's still the world's more of a global world now, and everyone has had that mindset of rallying behind that particular country. They would love to see this person.
Nah, sorry, man.
Okay, that's just my opinion. But
I heard the opinion, though. I heard the opinion, yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna say you're gonna do for this great hope, yeah, that we're gonna throw away your chances. I don't even know I don't know about that one, you know, because end of the day, it should end in a knockout, though. It should end in a stoppage.
That's right.
I don't think it will end in a stoppage, though. I think it will go to points, and they give it Usyk.
You don't think?
But do you think if it goes to points and they give it to Usyk, that Usyk would have won on or could have won on points?
Yes, possibly, but you'll have people who will just say the opposite, and Fury will be on his shenanigans.
But the thing is, people will say that if Usyk wins on points, that would be it anyway. He beats him on points. They'll say he only won because the Ukraine thing. Bro,
that's the only way he wins. That's Usyk's the only way he can win is on points. I can't see Usyk.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not. He's not stopping my man. So if it's a points thing, and then almost their excuses already locked in.
Put it this way, for me, it would be a nip and tuck fight. If it was in the UK, Fury would win.
Wow.
But I don't think it's gonna go down that way.
So anyway, by this reckoning, yeah, if Bivol goes a distance with anyone, he should be absolutely getting swept. Just straight 120, 112, 120, 112.
Well, brother. They don't even want Bivol and Beterbiev to even fight, so that's showing politics in its own right. They don't want two Russians to fight. That's showing politics in its own case. That political things can actually seep into boxing.
But I think once the fight is made, it's made. Do you see what I'm saying? It's done now. We're here now. We're fighting. I don't think it's gonna be that the intervention is gonna be that far. That's my opinion.
Okay. All right, well, give me your final thought, bro, before you get out of here.
Yeah, just final thought, man, in regards to the Adeline situation. That was a UFC MMA Anderson Silva elbow, man. That was perfect, man. I ain't gonna lie, bust his whole face. And it's definitely
been so mad about it.
Yo, that's what happens, man. Yo, you gotta protect yourself at all times, man. You should know this is a boxer. But at the end of the day, it definitely sold the fight. I think the biggest one for me, when I seen you've got the Lennox and Tyson one, yeah, that was a madness. Yeah. But the one what sold the fight for me was when I seen the first Chisora and Dillian White when they were flipping over the tables, scrapping like that. Sold it. Like who's the donkey now? Splash. Yo, that sold
was
it.
Special. Even Tony Nelson felt uncomfortable as well.
Trust me, man. Like Chisora. as much as you can say anything about him, man, he knows how to sell a fight and get man wrapped up, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, man,
Big
you're
up.
doing your thing, man.
The
Shout
mic
out.
is powerful. The
Respect,
mic is
bro.
powerful, fam. We rate it. The gaffer's been waiting for a long time.
Hey, bro, I need
Gaffer.
to.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to leave early still.
Can you hear me?
Oh, Sugar, yeah, you're on duty, innit? We'll do
Yeah,
the last
fam.
one then. We'll do this last
Cool,
one.
cool.
Go on, Gaffer.
Yes. How you guys doing, man?
We're very
What's happening,
blessed,
bro?
fam. New,
Yeah.
new again, parent again in Trav. So you gotta make
We
this
love to hear it, Trav.
Cheers, bro.
We love,
man. Thank
we love to hear it, man. We love to hear it. Listening the whole show, bro. Some interesting points still, man.
So
Congrats,
your
sorry. Congrats, by the way. Yeah, congratulations,
man.
man.
Thank you, man. What's on your mind, bro?
There's always a lot on my mind when it comes to boxing, man. These men them are nuts, bro. So just stress us out, man.
So what I'll do is I'll help you. I'll ask you some questions and stuff. So let's get the first one out the way. We've been talking about tonight. Again, as soon as the fight is over between should he be calling out David? Should we be hearing straight from
What, Woodley?
Yeah.
Woodley definitely should be calling out David, bro. But I know he's not on that type of smoke, man. I reckon he got intimidated a little bit, man. I can't remember what I was reading or what I was watching, but he's not from that because he's from Ipswich, innit? I mean, we don't know. Wherever your upbringing is, doesn't mean that you ain't seen enough rough stuff. But Woodley don't strike me as that type of character.
You don't know what's going on in Ipswich as well. It could be. There could
No,
be.
that's what I'm saying. So I don't want to judge too much.
The area that they grew up in. No, the area thing always makes me laugh because sometimes people will quote the Badman area that they come from, but it's like, bro, every area has dickheads in it.
It's
so
true.
No
it's true.
guarantee that he was the guy, though.
It's true. I'm not even gonna deny it, but I'm just saying Woodley comes across as like a middle class, just nice guy, man. I know he's dangerous in the ring. I don't think he's on that type of smoke that man were on, but he was composed. It wasn't his fault. At the end of the day, he had that.
Though. I think he's at a stage
that's what
where
I mean.
he's professional now. It's not really like road energy everywhere I am. It's just like, bro, like I'm just here as a fighter now, not on road.
Yeah. I think he'll call him out, and I just think he'll call him out, but he'll call him out and say he's going to do him in the ring, and I think he will do him in the ring. I think David is not at that level. I could be wrong, but my belief is that Woodley is better. But it does show that Woodley, like one of the things he does, and I've noticed in his fights, obviously when he gets punched, he comes back blazing. Yeah. He gets so angry and he knocks, but that leaves you open to getting knocked out as well sometimes, or getting clipped. Circa AJ and Ruiz punched him up, getting in there, momentum, boom, clipped, and that could happen to him as well. But again, it was that brother that was with David that sparked him, not David himself. So we don't know. It's left to be seen.
Also, let's be real. How often is David in the conversation? David Adelaide is not in the convo.
Never.
So for me, I think these antics are literally like someone said, bro, you got to go out there and do stuff and just go make noise, because he doesn't have beef with one particular person. He's on everybody with the same vim, which lets me know this is about profile
trying to build
more than
profile.
it is. Yeah,
it is, bro. But you don't know until that. Listen, we can say all of this and he could put in a big performance at the end of the day. So it's 50-50 in that sense. I say it's 50-50. I say 60-40 because I don't really know too much about David. I know a lot more about Woodley. But it's always still a dangerous fight. It's the heavyweight division. One punch can sort out. You saw with Dubois and Usyk, one punch, which was not a low blow, by the way, could have changed the game. You understand? And so I know it could happen with David, but I'm a Woodley fan. I see the power he's got. If he rains on him, there's no man there to back you up. You understand? So it's about seeing how he deals with that. There was a point that you touched on, just moving away from there very quickly. I think it was about Shakur and Haney. And this is my point about boxing. I believe in that, man. These men should be fighting from early doors. Because when I sometimes on YouTube, I'll just watch like Pacquiao versus Marquez, 1, 2, 3, 4. Happened over a span. Pacquiao versus Morales. Pacquiao versus who's the other one? Barrera. Bare fights, bruv. Each fight was different. Look at Eubank and Liam Smith, 2 different fights. That's why I'm not saying too much about Spence and Crawford, because I know, Crawford is an elite fighter, but you just don't know, man. You don't know on the night. Bomax and Manny now, so we have to see what what happens if he ain't got him in his corner. But I know he's got a team of coaches, so we'll see. But I believe that these sequel fights should be happening.
He said Bomac is in Manny. He said Bomac is in Manny. So casually.
Bomax in Manny, brother.
That's crazy, family.
He's in Manny, bro. So
Bomac, man.
Yeah, free Bomac, man. That's a real G. But still, I just feel like these fights, this we should have had AJ White 3, AJ Fury 2, AJ Wilder 2, AJ. Many fights, bruv. Wilder White 1 and 2. Like the heavyweight division messed. This generation is a flop. When we look back at it, they've missed too many opportunities because of the state of boxing and politics.
Absolutely.
So we as fans have lost out on a lot, man. You understand?
Absolutely.
There's so many people to blame on it. Like I'm gonna blame Fury mainly because I don't like the guy. I think George said it at the beginning. He clocked onto him, one of your earlier callers, that he clocked on after like the first or second fight. I clocked on from the minute he said, "Oh, I'll give all my money to charity." I was like, "Uh-oh, we got a problem here. This guy's dodgy."
And now he's going for all the things and thingy, fam. Imagine,
Right.
I need to respect Travis's situation.
Say louder, man.
Big up,
Cool,
man.
brother.
Stay blessed.
Take care, man. Great.
Come on, let me read these super chats though, because people have been sharing love. Let's go. Shout out to Thomas, member for 7 months. Big up to all the members inside as well. Mr. Olin, Frank Martin hiding from pending smoke. Like my man this morning, LOL Reckless, lol. Omar Torre, I'm not even a boxing fan, just here for the vibes. There you go.
Hey, big up,
Shane, come on, man. Big up as well. Thanks for the donation. Shout out to all the man them here for the donations as well. Evening all in my car, pulled up to say, yo.
KG absolutely cooked Rants blood like oxtail on a pressure cooker, fam. Hashtag team undefeated all day, every day. Also, big congrats, Trav, on the birth of your son, Kobe, bro. Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Proper
that, man.
Mamba mentality, man.
Come on,
Can't
bro.
wait to get to work, fam. Listen, you lot, everyone stay blessed. Look after yourself. You lot weren't playing with me in the chat, fam. Let me get rid of that. You lot, I'm out, man. We're gone. Till next time. Peace. Let's just